Crafty Kate, and I run a small crochet business. On this channel we talk all things yarn and crochet. For this video I'm going to take you along while I finish the rest of my 11 tie-dye dragons. So I have the 3 done and I have the other 8 started. I have all their bodies and their eyes painted. I'm doing a big drop on Palm Street on this coming Saturday, the 14th at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm going to have all 11 up for sale. I might, if I have time, I might make 1 or 2 more fun ones, but I might not have time. But this video will be me finishing all of those dragons. I just got home from camping today, and I took my bag of yarn to do some crocheting while camping, but I ended up not doing much at all. I just enjoyed the weather and got some sun and just relaxed, and I did a little bit of crocheting on the way home, so I don't have any footage of that, but I did get 4 wings done and then 4 little horns for their heads. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm going to make all the wings and horns for all 8 of them, and then I'm going to work on their heads and ears, get their eyes all attached, and then sew them all together. So I'm hoping to get that done by tomorrow. So I will take you guys along while I do that. And then I also have a couple of Etsy orders that are due this week. So we have 2 little weasel snugglers to make and then another dragon. So this week will definitely be lots and lots of dragons, lots of fun stuff. And then just again, in case you haven't heard of it, the tie-dye yarn for these guys is from Premier Basics Chenille. They made a tie-dye collection, so they have 11 different colors of tie-dye yarn, and they are all beautiful. I love every single one of them. Throughout the video I will show you all of them all done, so you'll get to see all of those, but I'll have the yarn linked down in the description if you want to check that out. And yeah, I think that's kind of the plan. So I'm going to get crocheting and get all these wings and horns done, and then I will hopefully check in with you and then start their heads. So I will see you in a bit. Okay, I just finished all of the wings, and I wanted to show you guys because it turned into a beautiful little rainbow. So there's all 16 wings. So pretty. I love the variety of color that Premier Basics has. So I'm going to make horns in all of these colors. I think only one of them won't have matching horns because I don't have the color here. But yeah, very pretty. So I'm going to start working on the horns. Somebody in my last video asked me how I stay organized and kind of how I keep my craft room clean. And I have all of the yarn piled up over here next to me for the horns and the wings, and it's a huge messy pile. So now that I have the wings done, I'm going to put away all of the wing yarn away where it goes so that it's out of the way. I don't have to dig through it to get to the stuff that I need, and it just helps my space feel a little cleaner. And then I'll make all the horns and do the same thing, put all the Parfait Chunky away, stuff like that. So I like to only have a couple projects going at once, and I try to put stuff away as I go just so that it doesn't pile up, because if I let it pile up, then it becomes overwhelming and I leave it in a pile, and I don't like that either. Also, I did want to mention, so the dragon pattern that I'm using for these dragons is the Diddy Dex Palm Size Snuggler, I believe she calls it, by Handmade by Jody. And I use either burnout blanket yarn or Premier Basics Chenille and a 6.5mm hook. And then I do change the horns in the pattern she has. You use like a DK weight, I think, and I use Parfait Chunky, so it's a lot smaller than the Bernat, but not as small as like DK or worsted weight or something like that. So I just use Parfait Chunky and a 4.5mm hook, and I do 4 single crochets in a magic ring and then 2 rows around, and just finish off and sew them to the head. So that's how I make my dragons, in case you're new and haven't seen it recently. And yeah, I think that's my update for now. I'm going to work on these horns, and I will show you when those are done, and then we will get these little guys put together. Good morning. It is now Tuesday. I was very busy last night and I got a whole bunch done, so I have it all piled up over here. So I'll show you what I have done, and then we will put these little dragons together. I am so excited to get them done. Okay, so here is my pile of dragon chaos. So everyone has a body, a head, wings, horns, and ears. So they are all up to that point. So all we have to do is sew them all together, and then all 11 will be done. So I'm going to get started on that, and I will hyperlapse it for you guys, and then I will show you all of them when they're done. I just finished the first two, and I wanted to stop and show you guys. They are so cute. I'm so excited to get these all done. So here's this one. And I don't know if I mentioned it in this video. I know I have in past videos, but I hand painted all of these eyes specifically for each dragon. So they're all custom eyes. This one is so cute with the orange. Oh my gosh. I literally can't pick a favorite. I love them all. And then this one, I'm very much in love with this one. And then I wanted to mention, because I'm not telling you guys the color names, I can't remember the tie-dye color names. I have the labels over there, so I could if you guys want me to. But a lot of my Parfait Chunky and my Premier Basics, I have caked the skeins, and I don't have the labels, so I don't have the names. But if you go to Premier's website, under their tie-dye Premier Basic Chenille yarn, they actually have a chart in that section where you can open their little chart, and it tells you what colors of their other yarns go with the tie-dye, if that makes sense. And I used it a ton when I made my orders because I didn't have all of the colors, and so I didn't know which ones would match. But they have a chart that tells you every color of their solids that will match each tie-dye, which I thought was really cool. So there's a whole bunch of different colors that match each one. So I tried to just order one of each, so I had one to match every color, if that makes sense. So I have a couple that are going to repeat, but for the most part I had enough for each dragon to have their own matching color. So I thought that was really cool of Premier to set that up for us to be able to pick colors to match, since we can't like go look at it in the store or whatever. But I'm really loving this one. So cute. So each one of these, just putting it together, is taking about 12 minutes. So that will be a very long time-lapse, hyperlapse for you guys, and potentially slightly boring because it's just the same thing over and over. So I'm going to leave the one in for these two, and then I think I'm just going to jam out to some music and finish these last 6 without you guys. And then I will show you when I have them all done, and then with the 3 behind me plus these 6 over here and these 2, we will have all 11 done. So we're getting so close. So it should take me like an hour and a half to get the rest done. So I am going to knock those out and then be back to check in with you guys to show you all of my dragons all done. I'm so excited. So I will see you in a little bit. Okay, I finished all 8 of the dragons, so I officially have all 11 done. So I'll show you one by one. So this is one that I didn't have Parfait Chunky to match this pretty color. So I did the peach horns and then added the head crest. So it has that color up there. I only did that on 2 of them, I think. The rest have no head crest, and then the horns match the wings. But so there's a couple that are a little different, and then these have pretty peach colored eyes. I love this one. This is the sample tie-dye color that I got from Premier as an affiliate. So that's exciting. I made an adorable dragon out of it. And then I always forget to say the tie-dye yarn has 75 yards per skein, and I can make a whole dragon with one skein, and I have a little ball left over. So you can make it with less than 75 yards, and then obviously you need the wing color and then horns, and if you want to do a head crest. I really like this one. Pink and purple are my favorite colors, so this one is definitely high up on my list. This one, the eyes, I added 2 different colors of glitter, so they're a little different. So pretty. I love this hot pink. I think it's called hibiscus, maybe. They have a couple really bright, pretty pinks. And then there's this one. Did pretty blue eyes. I seriously can't pick a favorite. I love them all. This one's really cute. I think I made a turtle in this recently that was super cute. I did the blue glitter eyes, and this is like the key lime color. I just love the tie-dye. I'm obsessed, guys. I'm sure you can tell. And then this one. This is pretty much the only one they have that's kind of more neutral. I did gold eyes for this one. But yeah, kind of a camo color. Really fun. I think this would make a cute cat. But yeah, I love the green. So cute. And then the last one I made is actually, I made one in the pastel color before, but before I decided to make all 11, I had put that one up on my palm tree and she sold. So this is the only one that I have made 2 of, and this one is a little bit different, just the eyes and the wings and horns, but I love this pastel color. I could make pastel dragons every day, all day, with the yellow, and I did like pastel glitter eyes that somehow match perfectly. Yeah, they are so cute. So let me know down in the comments if you have a favorite. I definitely can't pick a favorite. I love them all. So there's the 3 behind me. These are the ones I've showed in past videos, with the peach and the pretty purple eyes. I really like this color. This is the other one that I did, the head crest. Pink eyes. And this one, the light pink. Ugh, I'm just obsessed. And then these 2 that I showed you earlier. So, that is a lot of dragons, and I am so excited to have them done. I can't hold them all. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you have a favorite. There are a lot of them, and they are all gorgeous colors, and they're all different. So much fun. So that is the dragons. So definitely come to my palm tree on Saturday so you can see them all and ask any questions you have. All that fun stuff. And then I have another dragon order for Etsy. So this one is just the green, the emerald green. It's burnout blanket. It's called Deep Sea. So I have this little guy that I'm working on, and then I have the 2 weasels that have to go out this week. So that will be what we work on next. We are going up to Idaho tomorrow for a fun little day, maybe floating the river and going to a hot springs. So I am going to take all 11 of my dragons and hopefully get some fun pictures and content with those guys before I put them up for sale on Saturday. So that's kind of what we have planned for the week, but I'm going to work on this guy, hopefully get him done tonight, and then just have the weasels to go. Oh, and then I also have a pattern test that I'm going to try to get done this week. It's not due until next week, so I won't be able to share it with you, but I will also be working on that in the background. So very, very busy, but I will keep you guys posted on what I get done. Good morning. It is now Thursday. So yesterday I didn't end up doing any videoing. We went up to Lava Hot Springs, Idaho, which is like 2.5 hours away, and we spent the day up there doing all the fun stuff you can do there. So we sat in the hot pools and we floated down the river on inner tubes, which was super fun. And then we just kind of hung out in the little downtown area and did some shopping and got some good food and just had a blast. We also went to a garden there and got some good pictures and stuff of my beautiful tie-dye dragons. So that was fun. I'll be sharing some of those over on Instagram, and the photos of the dragons will be my listing photos for Palm Street. So yeah, it was productive, but I didn't get any videoing done, unfortunately, but we had a blast and it was a beautiful day. So also I want to apologize. I probably sound a little funny. My allergies are kicking my butt. My eye is kind of watery. I look really tired and my voice is getting scratchy. So sorry about that. The allergies are really getting crazy right now. But I did get some crocheting done yesterday when we got home. So I was able to finish my little dragon. This one is for Jacqueline in Georgia. So thank you so much. These colors are really cute together with the little embroidered eyes. Very sweet. So I got this little guy done, and then I also got the 2 weasels done. So the weasels are for Gloria in California, and she wanted a white one and a brown one with embroidered eyes and nose. So this is my own pattern available on my Etsy. I have a white version and then the brown version with the white belly. And they're snugglers, so their bodies are empty. So I made these 2 cuties. So soft and sweet. I switched to Elise Veludo for the brown, and it's so soft. I love it. I was using the taupe Bernat blanket, which, if anybody has ever used it, it really is like the roughest possible Bernat, and it hurts your hands. And I got to where I couldn't even make weasels anymore because it hurt my hands so much. So I switched to this gorgeous Elise Veludo. And now it is soft and easy to make. And then the white Bernat blanket is super soft. So, cuties. So those guys are done. So I'm going to get those packed up and out of here today. And then I'll be finishing up this video in just a minute so I can get it posted for you guys tomorrow. So just stuff I'm working on probably the rest of today. And tomorrow before the Palm Street, I'm planning on painting some sets of eyes. I'm going to do the 18mm. I'm going to try to do 3 sets of 18mm eyes because that's what I use for my dragons. So if you're looking for dragon eyes, you can come to the Palm Street on Saturday, and I should have some sets of those. And then I also am planning on making some little loaf cats in tie-dye colors. I thought that would be fun. I want to try some of that and give them some pretty eyes. So that's my plan for the next couple of days. And then also I have a plan for one more dragon that I want to make in different colors. So that will all be in Monday's video along with the Palm Street recap. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. And then also I just checked the number of bookmarks we have for the live. We're up to 41, which is crazy. I'm so excited to have that many. That is definitely our record for number of bookmarks. I still have the goal of getting to 100 bookmarks, and we'll do a giveaway on Saturday. So if you haven't bookmarked yet, go to the Palm Street app, log in, go to my page, and then you just have to open the live event and then hit the little bell, and that will bookmark it. And if we get to 100 before I go live on Saturday, I will do a giveaway. So just keep that in mind. And if you haven't bookmarked, please do it because we're really climbing high, and I know 100 is a lot, but I think we can do it. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me during this video. For this one, let's do a dragon emoji in the comments if you watched all the way to the end. I'm having so much fun seeing all of your little emojis in the comments. And like always, all the patterns will be linked in the description. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you like content like this. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!